Yo, what up? What's poppin'? Back at it again with another video for y'all. And I was just wanting to chat with y'all, and I just wanted to give my take on this. I know I'm a little late with this, but I had heard about the assassination attempt at the White House. It seems like somebody was trying to come up with a plan to try to assassinate Donald Trump, President Donald Trump. Now, like I said before, I don't get involved with politics. Again, like I said before, politics is fake. Politics is full of lies. They show you all these advertisements to try to get you to vote for this person and to try to get you to vote for that person. But in all reality, all they really doing is lying to you right in your face, showing you all these advertisements. But yeah, I don't get involved with politics, but instead of me putting all my faith into a president, I put all my faith into God. I put my faith in God, not all of my faith and trust into a president. My faith and trust goes to God, not a president. But I was just wanting to chat with y'all. And I just wanted to give my take on the assassination attempt being made at the White House where Donald Trump was at. This is just my take on the situation. Yeah, you know what I mean? Somebody was trying to come up with a plan to assassinate Donald Trump, and it looks like their plan had failed. I mean, Charlie Kirk already done got killed, and it seems like this is like the second time they're trying to assassinate Donald Trump. I mean, you know what I mean? When it comes down to somebody having like a high profile being president of the United States, and it's like people don't really like the way you're doing stuff, people are fed up with how the country is. And it's like, sometimes the stuff that a politician or a president may talk about, like, some people get really pissed off. They get so pissed off that they're gonna that they'll try to come up with a plan to try to assassinate them. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much all my take on this situation, because it looked like this is a situation that happened at the White House, which from my understanding, the White House is in Washington D.C. and yeah, Washington, D.C., this is where they have all the politicians. This is where all the politicians be at, the presidents, the vice presidents, yeah, the first ladies, all of them, you know what I mean? But this is another failed attempt. They failed the first time, and it looks like they failed again. But yeah, I mean, when it comes down to being president of the United States, you just got to make sure you have like a lot of well-trained security around you, because as a president, you're high profile. You're a high profile person. And yeah, like I said before, I don't get involved with politics at all. But at the same time, I'm all about, making sure that someone is safe. And even though I don't pay very close attention to politics and I don't get involved with politics, do I feel that it's important for Donald Trump to make sure that he's safe? Yes. Yes, it is very important. It was very important for Charlie Kirk to make sure that he was safe, but unfortunately, that day he got killed, he just wasn't safe. But that's the thing. Like, when you somebody that's high profile, you be doing these speeches, people are gonna get pissed off with you. Even during the civil rights movement, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. March on Washington 1963, I Have a Dream speech. You had some racist white people that got pissed off with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. when all he was trying to do was help bring blacks and whites together. He was doing what he needed to do to end the Jim Crow laws in the South. March on Washington 1963, I Have a Dream speech. And Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. went through a lot of stuff, when it came down to marching, doing all the marching, like, he went through white people trying to do some harmful stuff to him. If you've seen any of the Martin Luther King Jr. biopics, Martin Luther King Jr. went through a lot to end the Jim Crow laws in the South, but I don't really have to go like deep into detail because this is stuff that they told us in school. They taught us this stuff in school and in the biopics that they show, because just like in the movie Selma, where Martin Luther King Jr., there was a scene where it showed him going to Alabama. I think he went to Alabama or Mississippi, and he went to go shake a white man's hand, and the white man just punched him. You know what I mean? Like, see, Martin Luther King Jr. went through a lot, and Martin Luther King Jr., he was receiving threats. He was receiving a lot of threats, and he was going through a lot of stuff just to end the Jim Crow laws in the South, just to make sure that blacks and whites can come together, just to do what he had to do to make sure that blacks have equal opportunities, which racism is still an issue in America to this day. But Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., he pretty much like did everything in his power to stop all of that. You know what I mean? Like, he was born in 1929 and died in 1968 at the age of 39. But that's the thing about it, though. I mean, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. wasn't a president. He was a preacher. And, you know, I mean, he was in the civil rights movement doing what he needed to do to fight for equal rights for black Americans in the South and all over the world. You know what I mean? He was doing what he needed to do to end the Jim Crow laws. But yeah, that's my take on another assassination attempt happening at the White House. Like, they tried to like shoot Donald Trump again and they failed. But yeah, Donald Trump just got to make sure he has the right security around him. Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on my channel, comment, share, like the video. Love y'all.